Doubt, an essential subject from Vinipedia. Doubt is one of the important functions of intelligence. Blind acceptance of something does not give evidence of intelligence. Therefore, in order to cultivate intelligence, one should be doubtful in the beginning. But doubting is not very favorable when information is received from the proper source. By intelligence only one can understand things as they are. By intelligence only can one understand whether or not he is the body. The study to determine whether one's identity is spiritual or material begins in doubt. When one is able to analyze his actual position, the false identification with the body is detected. This is viparissa. When false identification is detected, then real identification can be understood. Srila Prabhupada's books, lectures, conversations and letters offer a comprehensive presentation of this essential subject as seen in the Vinikotes doubt category. An introduction from his books is given below in the following 10 quotes. Quotes from Srila Prabhupada's books. Better than the Brahma who knows the purpose of the Vedas is he who can dissipate all doubts, and better than him is one who strictly follows the Brahminical principles. Better than him is one who is liberated from all material contamination, and better than him is a pure devotee who executes devotional service without expectation of reward. Armad Bh Gavatam 3.29. 32. Ryans do not deviate from the instructions of Krishna, nor do they have doubts about Krishna, but non-Ryans and other demoniac people fail to follow the instructions of Bhagavad Gita and Armad Bh Gavatam. This is because they have been trained in sense gratification at the cost of all other living entities, and na pramata karut vikarma. SB 5.5.4. Their only business is to indulge in all kinds of forbidden activities for sense gratification. Yadindriya Prartaya Piyoti. They deviate in this way because they want to gratify their senses. Armad Bh Gavatam 6.16. 43. By intelligence only can one understand whether or not he is the body. The study to determine whether one's identity is spiritual or material begins in doubt. When one is able to analyze his actual position, the false identification with the body is detected. This is viparissa. When false identification is detected, then real identification can be understood. Real understanding is described here as nikaya, or proved experimental knowledge. Armad Bh Gavatam 3.26. 30. When one attains Brahminical qualifications, he becomes happy and enthusiastic to render devotional service to the Lord. Automatically the science of God is unveiled before him. By knowing the science of God, one gradually becomes freed from material attachments, and one's doubtful mind becomes crystal clear by the grace of the Lord. One who attains this stage is a liberated soul and can see the Lord in every step of life. This is the perfection of Sambhava, as described in this mantra of our Upanishad. Sri Upanishad 13. Devotees who are always absorbed in thoughts of Krishna will soon see Krishna face to face without a doubt. In other words, devotees who are always engaged in Krishna consciousness and are fully absorbed in thoughts of Krishna certainly return home, back to Godhead. They then see Krishna directly, face to face, talk with him and enjoy his company. This is confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita 4.9. Tyaktv deha punarjanma nadiyamamati sorajuna. Kaitanya Karatam Ta, Madhya LL 13.155. Dh Tara was blind from birth. Unfortunately, he was also bereft of spiritual vision. He knew very well that his sons were equally blind in the matter of religion, and he was sure that they could never reach an understanding with the Pandavas, who were all pious since birth. Still he was doubtful about the influence of the place of pilgrimage, and Sajaya could understand his motive in asking about the situation on the battlefield. Bhagavad Gita 1.2. Doubt is one of the important functions of intelligence. Blind acceptance of something does not give evidence of intelligence. Therefore the word Saya is very important. In order to cultivate intelligence, one should be doubtful in the beginning. But doubting is not very favorable when information is received from the proper source. In Bhagavad Gita the Lord says that doubting the words of the authority is the cause of destruction. Armad Bh Gavatam 6.26. 30. In case of benefit, no one will deny that it is God sent, but in case of loss or reverses one becomes doubtful about how the Lord could be so unkind to his devotee as to put him in great difficulty. Jesus Christ was seemingly put into such great difficulty, being crucified by the ignorant, but he was never angry at the mischief mongers. That is the way of accepting a thing, either favorable or unfavorable. Armad Bh Gavatam 1.17. 22. The Vedas inform us that he alone became many, and when he so desires he glances over material nature. Before he glanced over material nature there was no material cosmic creation. Therefore, his glance is not material. Material mind or senses were unborn when the Lord glanced over material nature. Thus evidence in the Vedas proves that beyond a doubt the Lord has transcendental eyes and a transcendental mind. They are not material. His impersonality therefore is a negation of his materiality, but not a denial of his transcendental personality. Armad Bh Gavatam, Introduction. One should not accept as a spiritual master someone who is fool number 1, who has no direction according to the scriptural injunctions, whose character is doubtful, who does not follow the principles of devotional service, or who has not conquered the influence of the 6 sense gratifying agents. The 6 agents of sense gratification are the tongue, the genitals, the belly, anger, the mind and words. Anyone who has practiced controlling these 6 is permitted to make disciples all over the world. Nectar of Devotion, Chapter 7.